What is going on, everyone? We're back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my reads for the rest of the year. So as you all know, I just finished Homunculus by Hideo Yamamoto, and I still am working on that video where I do the deep dive talking about it. That will come out before the end of the year. But I also have some other reads that I'm reading at the end of this year that will maybe carry on into series that I'm reading next year. We'll see. I probably won't do my TBR to the beginning of next year, and I can tell you right now, my TBR next year will not be the same as it was this year, and by that I just mean it won't be as many series. I overestimated how much time I would have to read, and I overestimated how long it would take me to finish some of these series, and I just overestimated like the attraction of always wanting something new. Like manga will come out, oh, I want to read that, or I want to try that, I want to try that, and then it just ended up me being not reading what I'm supposed to read. So this year I'm not gonna have anywhere as many. I might have 4 series total that I want to read. I will finish out before the year is over, and then, you know, I'll have other series of course throughout the year that I'm picking and choosing, and I'm picking up as time goes on. But anyway, these are just some series that I'm reading right now, or I plan to start before the month of December is over. And like I said, some of these will carry on to next year. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. The first one is A Reincarnated Witch Spells Doom. I've talked about this on the channel before. It was part of the video, if you've seen it in the vlog, where my wife picks out the video, the manga, and I read it and try it out. I've only got through one of them so far. I haven't had much time to read these, but now I do, so I'm going to start picking up on these. But yeah, this will be something that I'm just going to finish. One, to, you know, do that second part of that video where I review all of these, and then 2, decide if I want to continue picking up that series any further. The next one I have is That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. So I'm actually halfway through this right now, and I'm really enjoying it. That was also actually the next volume of manga is part of that series as well. But I'm halfway through this, and I really enjoy it. Like, it's really funny. I think that the world is pretty cool. I like that. You think it's going to be straight up ridiculousness, but there's actually like something there with the story, and I really like that. I like the main character who's trying to adjust to his like new body. I know isekai get a lot of slander, but I don't know. This one is, I haven't read too much isekai, nor have I watched too much, just because I've always based it on what people say. But I don't know, this one's changing my mind. It made me want to, I'll be more willing to check out other isekai, because the premise can always be the same, but the story inside could be different, and that's what this is teaching me right now, because I really like this, and I can already tell, unless they just butcher the second half of this, I'm probably going to keep reading this. We have The Witch and the Beast. I still don't really know much about this. Once again, this is another series that my wife picked in that vlog. So I'm going to read That Time I Was Reincarnated as Slime, Reincarnated Witch Spells Doom, and this before the end of the year, just so I can have that video where I review all of them, because like I said, I read one so far, and that was Gachi Yakuta, which I really enjoyed. Spoiler, I guess. But yeah, I'll read this, and then we'll know more about it once I read it. But looking forward to reading it. I like kind of like the vibe of it. It looks kind of dark and mysterious. I'm not saying it's like a thriller or anything, because I have no idea, but it just looks dark and mysterious, and hopefully the art kind of, you know, rides with that. So for these next series, I'm doing something, and I really, right before I started recording, I made an executive decision to kick something out and add something in. But anyway, I am going to be reading a volume 1 of 3 different series to see which one do I want to start and finish next year. And the reason this is a big deal is because it's some heavy hitters. So the first one, Vagabond. I want to read the first volume of Vagabond and see if I want to go ahead and read it and finish it. I don't know if I will. I mean, we'll see. The reason it's paired up against 2 other manga that are, you know, also fantastic in their own right. So my goal is to, like I said, read a volume 1 of each one, and then come to a decision. Okay, which one do I want to finish? It doesn't mean I won't read the other ones next year as well. It's just I'm trying to prioritize, because once again, my goal for next year is to, I want to read a lot more, but also read, like, if I put something on my TBR, finish it. That's why I'm not putting, I think I had like 10, 12 manga on my TBR last year, and I think I only read like 3 or 4. I want to put 4 to 5 on my TBR next year and finish all 4 to 5 while reading more you know, other series as well. So Vagabond is definitely on there. Maybe I'll cast a vote. Let me know down in the comment section if I should cast a vote and let y'all decide. The next one is Blade of the Immortal. Now, I read this like when I first got it just because I was like, oh, this is good. And I'm not saying I don't remember much, but if I am going to continue reading it through, I need to read it again. So cause that's my goal, is to kind of read these and then immediately, all right, let's jump in and let's finish this. So Blade of the Immortal, I really liked what I read, I remember. And then, you know, I'm always a fan of historical fiction, and this definitely falls under that branch. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it. I like the art, I like the aspects of it, I like the lessons, I like the themes in it. Vagabond and Blade of the Immortal share some similarities, so it's not like, you know, I'm completely jumping ship or changing too much. But I will say Blade of the Immortal replaced Vinland Saga, and it has nothing to honestly do with Vinland Saga, the series itself, more so the publishing. I looked it up, and just to make sure, I want to say Vinland Saga might be done with the deluxe edition next year, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And that was like a big thing, is like I want to start and finish. And as you all know, I started this whole thing to, you know, do stuff outside of looking at a screen all the time, which is funny because I edit the videos and all that, but still. So I don't read digital as much. There's very few series that I read digital, like I think Wild Strawberry, Chainsaw Man. I might start reading Dandadan digitally just because I can't wait for these volumes to keep coming out, because I love that series so much, but we'll see. And I also am thinking about doing more like chapter reactions on the channel, but I have to be caught up to stuff to do that. So it's kind of like, we'll see. But I don't want to sacrifice, like the whole point of me starting this was to get away from screens and just read more physical books. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I didn't want to run into that problem with Vinland Saga where I outread the pace that they can produce the books, and then, you know, then I have to go read digitally because I'm so close to the end, and so on and so forth. So that's why this replaced Vinland Saga. But at the same time, it's kind of like I'm cheating because I did read this once, but I probably just needed to read it again because I honestly don't remember anything. And I think, honestly, if I'm being honest with myself, I think I was just like, I read it, but I didn't retain it, and that's like, I don't remember what I was doing. I think that we just had my daughter at that time, so my mind was all over the place, and I was reading it to like settle down, but also like it's like hard to focus. So I think that just deserves another spin. So yeah. Vagabond, Blade of the Immortal. And then last, since you all know that I got the final physical volume of this manga, that's at least published, because, you know, there's supposed to be more at some point, but that is Berserk. This one is the one I'm leaning towards without reading any of them, like I was a part of this challenge. And that's just simply just because this is what I've been waiting on to really start it, was to have all physical volumes, and now I do. So I feel as though there's no reason. I also will say, I feel like I could read 2 of them, but once again, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I need to maybe feel out my TBR before I say that. But I do think that once I read the volume 1 of all of these, then that'll give me an idea of, okay, I could read, you know, 2 of these, because I'm taking up the whole year. I'm not saying I have to read these in 1 quarter or anything. This is my TBR. I have to finish it at some point of the year. I have to start and finish it. That's kind of how my TBR is going this year. So it's between Berserk, Vagabond, Blade of the Immortal. If you have any, you know, recommendations of which one I should pick, let me know down in the comment section below. But like I said, I'm going to read volume 1 of each just to see kind of how I feel, and then go, you know, forward with that. Oh man, it's a really tough choice. It's a really tough choice, and that's kind of why I am reading them instead of just saying, okay, I picked this one, I picked this one. Even though, if I do my TBR, and then I can maybe find ways for 2, because I think at max I'm doing 5. At 5 series at max is what I'm doing. I have 2 in the back of my mind already. I don't have a 3rd, and obviously I don't have 4th or 5th. So 2 of these could fit in that, and then I could add a 5th later on. We'll see. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate if you watch 1 second of one video. Lots of good content coming your way, and just once again, thank you. Happy holidays, and just thank you so much. I know I keep saying that, but I'm just so happy right now with just how this channel's going, how just embraced the community has been to me. Like the community has just been the community has just embraced me in ways I did not think would even, you know, be close to happening. But yeah, I just feel so welcomed, and it's just fun to talk manga. Like, this is my favorite thing, so I really appreciate it. It went from like a small little hobby, like, oh, let's try this out, to like, no, this is what I live, breathe, eat, sleep. I love it. So thank you once again. See y'all guys next time. Peace.